Hello. Well, we're back into the gas world. Picked up a Blackstone. They gave it to us here to test out. So, still got the big green egg. Still gonna use that for smoking and probably steaks and a few different things like that. But got the Blackstone so that we can test out smash burgers. I'm gonna do a bunch of hibachi cooks. Big breakfast with bacon, eggs, hash browns, cheese, bacon, sausage, pancakes, all that type of stuff's gonna be good. Anyhow, forgot to pick up a grease can liner, so I'm gonna have to custom rig up my own with a piece of aluminum foil this morning. Can't get to the store, everything's closed today. Some tongs and some paper towels. Got your AA battery to put into your igniter, which is over here. And then we got your griddle seasoning, cast iron conditioner. So what you do with that, you get your grill fired up, get it hot for about 10 minutes, and then you take some paper towels with your tongs, dip it into this seasoning, and you spread it over the entire grill. Get the entire grill coated on the insides, outside edges, or wherever you can get to. Let it burn off. Takes about 10 to 12 minutes. Do another coat. Let it burn off. Takes another 10 12 minutes. You do that about 4 or 5 times until your entire griddle top turns black, like the blackish brown color. Puts a protective coating on, a polymerization coating. So that's what we're going to do right now. So let me get everything set up and get it fired up, and we will go. Stay tuned. And this is a 36-inch Blackstone 4-burner. It's got a bottle opener, shelf over here that folds up and down. It's got a magnetic thing here you can hook your tools on. There's a shelf on the bottom down underneath over there. You can store some items down there if you want. It's got your LP tank over here and like 3 hooks on this shelf. Another side shelf here. Has a Blackstone lid. Folds down for storage, keep the rain and everything off of it, supposedly. And also, I guess you could, depending on how much you're cooking, you could probably lower it down for a minute or two and kind of melt your cheese, things like that. But we will check all that stuff out as we get to using it and make new videos. Stay tuned. Hold on there. Just had a little buddy visiting us. There he is, right down there. You see him. Buzz. Okay, he's gone. He'll be back. They're in and out all day long. Anyhow, custom made grease trap liner. Just took a piece of foil, lightly smashed it down in there, and form fitted around the whole entire can. Should work for today. We're just basically coating it with grease. Won't be much grease running off in the back. We just want to protect it, keep it clean for as long as possible. So something that you can do if you don't have one of the, they make little things that set right in here. They're like, I don't know, maybe $1 a piece or something, 50 cents a piece. You can buy a whole bunch of them, keep them around. Or every time you do a cook, you can throw one in, throw it out, or use it a couple times. Or make your own. So there we are on the back side of the grill. There's your grease port where the grease comes out, drops down into your pan, and then it's just, the pan just has a little handle, locks onto the grill, hangs there, and collects the grease. That's the only thing I don't like about the Blackstone, is it kind of hangs out, 2-3 inches past the back of the grill, so you can't like keep it up tight against the wall or anything. But it'll work. The old grease trap. There's your standard grill button starter, push button. Basically, you twist that off. Get your AA battery. I think it goes in that way. Put it in there and we'll test it. And then you hear the clicking. That means it's working. That, once you turn the igniter on, push that button, starts it up. Good to go. Alright, there we go. Blackstone Griddle seasoning. Cast iron conditioner. Paper towels, tongs. That's what I'm going to use to season the grill. It's got a bunch of different kinds of oils in it. Go ahead and look it up, check it out. It's supposed to be a decent product. It's supposed to be the best way of getting your initial seasoning, and if you need to do maintenance seasoning on the grill top. But we're gonna get her going. Fire it up, full temp for about 10 minutes, and then we'll put our first coat on. So stay tuned. Oh yeah, so another thing I was thinking about is the old heat gun. So right now, what are we at? 90. Well, outdoors here today, 75-ish degrees. So I got them on high, and we're coming up 110, 120 already. You can kind of check your grill then. You can see where the laser is pointing. Once you get it up to temp, you can kind of see where your hot spots are going to be and where your cool spots are going to be. Even when everything is on high or on medium or low, you can kind of go around here and see where your cook zones differ. So it gives you an idea. I'm just messing around right now, just seeing what temps it's going to get up to at high, so that I know that when I run it wide open it's going to be a certain temp, or medium it's going to be a certain temp. And then I'll also be able to know that in between the burners it's going to be cooler and hotter spots. We will see what happens. It's already up to 160 almost right there. So the burners, let me see if I can get you down in between. So this is looking between the griddle and the frame. There's a burner that's basically, I guess each burner is in exactly alignment. One right here, one dead center behind that knob, one right behind that knob, and one right behind that knob. So that's where your hot spots will be, right there, right through there, right behind, above that burner, right in alignment with that burner. These are 4 hot zones, and then you can turn each knob to low, medium, or high, so you can have 4 different zones in theory. We'll test all that out. Here's a little shot between the griddle top and the metal frame. I'm trying to show you the burners. There's 4 different burners, and the burners have each side of the burners drilled out, so you got flames left and right side of each burner all the way back. Yeah, then for my birthday, somebody gave me a Blackstone medium square basting cover. So basically, you take this thing, cook your cheeseburgers or whatever, you got them on the grill, you set it on top for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it takes, and then you spray some water onto the grill. Then you take this and set it over top, and it steams that water, and it melts the cheese really quick and really nice for all your different burgers and things. And then this came with the deal as well. Blackstone 8-piece cleaning kit. It's got a spatula, looks like 3 scouring type pads, and a, what do you want to say, some type of cleaning brick, pumice stone. There you go, that's where there's a pumice stone, that white looking thing. So you use that occasionally if you get really, like say you're cooking shrimp or something, and you put some sauces on there and you burn the sauce on it because it's caramelizes right onto the grill. You can take and use that pumice stone and lightly clean top of the grill surface, get it back smooth and nice and clean. I'll get all this stuff out and we'll show it to you later. For now, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, and you can see it's starting to get a brownish color there from the heat. A little bit through the middle there, a little bit on the right hand side. So we're gonna let that go up. Oh, it's probably got about 6, 7, 8, probably 8 minutes yet till it's ready to get the first coat. Okay, so here's the contents of that kit. You get a couple of scouring pads. You get a scouring pad little handle that they basically stick on there with these little grippers. And then you can rub that around, lightly clean up some of the nasty stuff after it cooked. Give you this nice little scraper deal. It's got a super sharp edge right up here on the front edge. Kind of beveled, tapered there, if you can see that. Really beefy. And then you got your pumice stone built into this little handle, and you can basically pull that stone right out of there, and then they give you a replacement stone as well. Or the other one wears out. I mean, this stuff, I don't know. Some people say it's decent to use. Some people say you don't need it, but it came with it, so we got it. Okay, so we're about 2 minutes away. Starting to get some color back there. Back in the corner. It's kind of interesting. It seems like it's the first 1/3 of the grill doesn't have as much color. The second third and the third third, which should be one whole, has a lot of color. We'll give it another minute, and then I'm going to start getting my seasoning on my paper towel. So I basically just took my paper towel, dipped it down into this seasoning. Like I say, it's not real thick. Its consistency is fairly thin, a lot thinner than your baking, that white Crisco baking grease. It's a lot thinner than that. It's almost like frosting or something. But I'm gonna wipe it on there like that, and then I get my tongs here and grab onto this paper towel with the tongs and just go all over the grill. The old Blackstone seasoning. Okay, here we go. Putting the first coat of grease on, seasoning on. See how this works. Very good. I can't even see where I've been. Wow. Okay, paper towel is working. Not ideal. Take a bigger cloth would have been better. Like a nice rag. And it's really hot. Didn't know that. Wow. No, I mean, it's really hot. Like, wow. Okay, I guess this is coat number 1. And then they say to go around the outside edges here, if you can see. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Getting grease everywhere. Seasoning. Anyhow, you do that and they let it smoke off for 10 minutes. And then you do multiple coatings. So I'm gonna shut the camera down now and I'm gonna do that multiple times. Maybe I'll put the camera back on, maybe I won't. Burn my hand up here. Can't shut the camera off. Hands are all greasy. Okay, we are just got done with the second coat. It is hot, man. I'm telling you, you can't put your arm out over there with without having. I had to get my big glove on. It is hot. 580 some degrees on the deck there on the griddle. Anyway, second coat coming along. I'm gonna go for maybe 4 or 5 coats. That's what they say in the instructions. So we'll go read that quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, that was the third coat. I had turned the temperature down. It was screaming hot. I don't think that was good, so I turned it down a little bit. Did the third coat, starting to brown up everywhere, real nice. Back's pretty good. Up here in the front, along the front edge, getting there, but kind of an inherent issue, problem, whatever, with all these griddle tops, in my opinion. So the burner starts right about here and it goes to right about there. Oop, back there, right about there to right about there. So the first 3 inches of this metal plate doesn't even have a burner under it. Same thing on the back. The last 2 inches doesn't have a burner under it. And then along, like I said before, along the outside edges, so your burner is just dead center right there, dead center right there, right underneath that line, and then underneath right there. So you're gonna have hot spots and cold spots no matter what, or zones. But this front edge up here, I don't think is ever gonna get super hot because the burners don't start until 2 to 3, probably 3 inches back. So that whole zone is going to be a little bit cooler. It's just the way they build them, and every company does the same thing from what I've seen. So we'll deal with that and give it a few minutes, do one more coat, and then we'll see if we want to cook something or not. Maybe. Okay, give me a little update. Now, last coat is smoked off. I'm going to do one more coat. And then I noticed over here, inspector number 3 passed it. Attaboy. But yeah, it's getting a decent looking black coating everywhere. Blackish brown. Kind of hard to see with reflections, but actually you can see it better on the camera than you can in real life. I'm gonna do one more coat and cook something up, grill it up, get her done. Yeah. Okay, we're back. So we used about half of that jug of griddle seasoning. By the way, when you set stuff on here, from about here that way, it's hotter than heck. It can get real hot. So just for info for you. Anyway, this is 5 coats. Looks really good. I think 5 coats is going to be what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this last coat burn off. See how the smoke coming off. And then I think let her cool down. And we might do bacon, eggs, hash browns, and some other items. We'll see what we have in the refrigerator to throw on the grill here. Either that, or might just be this video, and then my next video might be smash burgers. I've been wanting to do smash burgers really bad, and see what they taste like. They're supposed to be really good. So bye bye for now. The Blackstone 36-inch seasoning video. Alright, back for one more final thing on this video. So I basically turned the burners down on lowest they could possibly go, and let it sit for a while to stabilize it. So in the heat zones, up here where it's up on the front of the grill, right about that 3-inch mark, it's about 390, 400, real close. And then as you go back over the center of that burner head, you get about 450 all the way back, 460 at the back edge, and then once you get way back there, you lose a little temp in that because there's no burner back there again in the last 2 inches. Each burner is real similar. Starts up here at the front edge about 3 inches in. Actually, at the front edge is about 350, 360, 350 maybe. Yeah. And as you get over the burner, where it's actually the burner underneath it directly, 400-ish. And then as you move along, 430, back to the back, 400. We can move over to the next burner at the very front, 338. And as you move right directly over the burner, 370. And it jumps up to around 400. And then, yeah, basically 400 at the back. And then the very back, about 360. 350, 60, somewhere in there. So it's kind of the heat zones on this grill I'm finding out. So like say the front 300-ish, so you get to that 3-inch area right directly over the burner. It starts getting hotter and hotter and hotter right here, up into the 350, 400, 450 zone, until you get back to the back. That's the heat zones on this grill so far. So they're all different, depends on the burner shape underneath. This one just has straight burners. Some of them have like horseshoe shape, S shape, I guess. There's a bunch of different ones on the market, but you have to figure out your own grill and how the burners are and where the hot and cool zones are, and then it should help you cook. Bye bye.